Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Old Time Rock and Roll. I'm your host, David Tear, where I've been featuring my personal top 3,000 songs of the rock era from 1954 to 1999. And today I'm up to song number 2603, and that one is Sukiyaki by A Taste of Honey. And this was released in 1981, or at least their version. There were several versions of this song. This was a cover. I'll get to that later. But this song was released on their 1980 album called Twice as Sweet. And here's a picture of the band Taste of Honey. I'll get to them in a few minutes. But first, I want to talk a little bit about this song, Sukiyaki. It's had a very long history. It was originally recorded by Japanese artist named Kyu Sakamoto, and this is his original, Japanese release of the song. I guess it was the title was originally it was in Japanese. The song was sung in Japanese. Actually, his version went to number one in the USA, as well as several other countries. In 1963, it was number one in the USA. They changed the title to Sukiyaki, which is a type of Japanese stew, beef stew, which is kind of a ridiculous title for the song because it has nothing to do with food. It's a love song, and the original title in Japanese, the English translation of that is "I look up as I walk." And I read in the Rolling Stone magazine, not the magazine, but I had a book years ago called "The History of Rock and Roll," was published by the Rolling Stone, and they mentioned they were kind of sarcastic about the title Sukiyaki. I think they had a right to be. They said it was as if Moon River by Henry Mancini got released in Japan, and they changed the title to Beef Stew. So I mean, it's pretty ridiculous. The title Sukiyaki. I guess it's just one of the few words that most Americans know in Japanese, which is kind of sad. But I don't know Japanese myself. I think it's the only word I know in Japanese. So I haven't been to Japan yet. I do want to go there. Maybe sayonara. I know that too. And banzai. I know a few words in Japanese. I saw the movie The Karate Kid, which is an excellent movie, by the way. But anyway, so that was the original version. And then it was redone by several other artists, including The Taste of Honey. They had the second hit version in 1981, 20 years after Kyu Sakamoto's original release. And they translated it into English too. So you kind of know what the song is about when they sing it. But they still called it Sukiyaki. And then the next hit version was in 1994 by 4 p.m. And their version went to number nine, I believe. And then finally, there was a fourth version of this song that was released just a few years ago, 2018. That was by this woman here, known as what's her name? GH. What is that? I have it written down here somewhere. Yeah, GH Hat. Yeah, her version went to number 19 on the disco dance chart. And I think by then they weren't even the Billboard didn't even have a Hot 100 list anymore. I think they only did that during the latter half of the 20th century. But anyway, so those were the hit versions of Sukiyaki. Now I'm going to talk about the band A Taste of Honey. There's a guy with a picture of them something on it here. Yeah, let me go back to Taste of Honey. This is the band at Taste of Honey. They were a disco group. They didn't have a lot of hits. They were formed in Los Angeles, California, in 1972, and they were active in music until 1983. And the original members, which I think are all shown in this photo, were Janice Marie Johnson and Peter Kibble, Perry Kibble. They were the founders of the group, and they also had, and then Johnson was the co-writer, and she also did vocals and bass, and then Perry Kibble was the co-founder, writer, as well as co-producer, and he played keyboards. And they also had Carlita Johnson on vocals and guitar, and Donald Ray Johnson on drums. So that was the Taste of Honey. And I'll just go through their hits. They didn't have very many. Their first hit came out in 1978 and went all the way to number one. Big, huge disco song called Boogie Oogie Oogie. I'm sure you guys are familiar with that one. You hear it a lot of dance clubs still. And then in 1979, they had Do It Good, which went to number 79. In 1981, they had the song I'm featuring today, Sukiyaki, which went to number three. And finally, in 1982, they had I'll Try Something New, which went to 41. So only four top 40 Billboard hits for Taste of Honey, only two of which made the top four. Yeah, two of which made the top 40, also the top 10. So that concludes my feature for today on Sukiyaki by A Taste of Honey. Thank you for watching. I gotta go all through here. You guys rock, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.